Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we'll be discussing the next algorithm in dynamic programming, that is Floyd's algorithm. The previous video lecture we have seen about Waschel's algorithm, which calculates the transitive closure of a given graph. So Floyd's algorithm is another concept in dynamic programming, which is going to calculate the shortest path between each pair of vertices. Okay, so we have a certain directed graph. So this will calculate the shortest path between each pair of vertices. We'll see what that means. So the definition, computes the shortest distance between each pair of vertices in the input graph. We have a certain directed graph with weights or costs associated with each of those edges. Okay, we'll see the directed graph with weights or costs assigned to each of those edges, and using that input graph, we're going to calculate the shortest path between each pair of vertices. We'll see that with the help of an example, then it will be clear. This is a directed graph. So as you can see, there are n number of vertices over here, and these are a group of friends, and these group of friends are connected with each other with the help of edges. So this is a directed graph. So these are edges and these are nodes or vertices. These are nodes or vertices. As you can see, there is a certain number associated with each of these edges, like 13, 6, 3, 1 and so on. So these are called as costs. These are called as costs or weights. So you can consider this as distance. Say from this vertex to this vertex it is 13 kilometers, or you can say if you want to reach from this vertex to this vertex, it will cost you around 13 rupees or $13, or it is 13 kilometers or miles, whatever you want. So in general, we're going to consider this as the cost. Alright, so calculating the shortest path between every pair of vertex. So what does this mean? We'll take an example. We have, so these are a set of friends over here. If I have to go from Billy's house to Jenna's house, there is one direct path. So that direct path, the cost of that path is 13. The cost of that path is 13. We can call it, say, the distance between Billy's house and Jenna's house is 13 kilometers. Now, Floyd's algorithm checks whether there is an alternative route, which will incur lesser cost than this direct path. Is there any shorter route? If this is 13 kilometers, I need to find out, or Floyd's algorithm will find out the shortest route from Billy to Jenna. Let's find out if there is. I can go from Billy's house to Cassie's house. This is the alternative route that I'm talking about. Billy's house to Cassie's house, and from Cassie to Alyssa, Alyssa to Harry, and Harry to Jenna. So this is an alternative route. Let's calculate its cost. This is 2, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So direct path from Billy to Jenna cost us 13. But an alternative route from Billy to Jenna's house cost us 12. So this is, you can say, 13 kilometers. The alternative route is 12 kilometers. So this is called the shortest path between each pair of vertices. This is what Floyd's algorithm will calculate and give to us. Alright. This is one example. I'll show you another one. Alright. So this is one directed graph with a pair of vertices. Alright. So, alright. So this is, if I have to go from 2 to 3, I can take the following routes. Say vertex 2 to vertex 3. I can take the following routes: 2 to 1, 1 to 4, 4 to 3. Let's see. 2 to 1, then 1 to 4, and 4 to 3. So this is one route. So the cost of that route is 2. How much it is? 2 plus 5 plus 2. So it is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Is there an alternative route? Yes. 2 to 4 and 4 to 3. So it is 2 to 4 and 4 to 3. What is the cost? 6. So these are pairs of vertices. Out of these two pairs, I am going to choose the shortest one. Which is the shortest one? 6. So this is what Floyd's algorithm calculates. Shortest path between every pair of vertices. So similarly, you can calculate any of them. We'll take one more example. If I have to go from 1 to 4, if I have to go from 1 to 4, there is a direct path. What is the cost of that path? 5. Is there an alternative route, a shorter route maybe? Let's see. I can go from 1 to 2 and 2 to 4. So what is the value of 1 to 2? It is 3. 2 to 4, it is 4. So 4 plus 3 is 7. No. So this is not a shorter route. The shorter route was a direct path between 1 to 4. So all these pairs of vertices will be calculating and will be also calculating their cost. And this is what Floyd's algorithm gives us. So as in Warshall's algorithm, we had adjacency matrix. In Floyd's algorithm, we're going to have cost matrix. We're going to have cost matrix. So let's see how that cost matrix looks. So with respect to the graph which was shown in the previous slide, this is the cost matrix. This is the cost matrix. 1 to 1, there is no self loop. There is no self loop, so that will be 0. So all these diagonal elements will be 0. So 2 to 2 is 0, 3 to 3 is 0, and 4 to 4 is 0. So wherever there are self loops, now self loops are not allowed here, or they are not present here, so they have been assigned as 0. Coming to infinity, if there is no directed edge from one vertex to another vertex, then we'll be indicating it as infinity. In Warshall's algorithm, it was either 1 or 0, but in Floyd's algorithm, since this is a cost matrix, it's going to be infinity. It is not 1 and 0. Alright, so from 1 to 2, there is an edge. Here I have mentioned 3. In Warshall's algorithm, I would have mentioned it as 1. But in Floyd's algorithm, I have mentioned the cost of it. From 1 to 2, there is an edge, so it is 3. Let's see if it is true. Yes, from 1 to 3. Sorry, it is 1 to 2, not 1 to 3. So from 1 to 2, the cost is 3. 1 to 2, is there an edge? Yes, from 1 to 2, there is a directed edge. What is the cost of this? 3. So similarly, we have to do it for the remaining vertices. When we do it for the remaining vertices, this is the cost matrix that we will get. This is called as a cost matrix. Let me explain one again. All these diagonals will remain 0 because there are no self loops. 1 to 1 is 0, 2 to 2 is 0, 3 to 3 is 0, and 4 to 4 is 0. Wherever there is infinity, it indicates that there is no edge from vertex 1 to vertex 3. So 1 to 3, there is no edge, so it is infinity. 2 to 3, there is no edge, infinity. 3 to 1, there is no edge, so infinity. 4 to 1, there is no edge, so infinity. 4 to 2 also there is no edge, hence it is infinity. I hope till here it is clear to all of you. So this is called as cost matrix. So using this cost matrix, we are going to derive to a certain matrix at one particular stage, where that matrix is going to give us the shortest path between all pairs of vertices present in that graph. So as dynamic programming concept tells us that we have to make decisions at every stage in programming, so that every stage we will be doing it with the help of matrices. We are going to derive certain matrices and we are going to make certain decisions. As we did in Warshall's algorithm, we took intermediate vertices. Similarly, in Floyd's algorithm as well, we are going to take intermediate vertices. First, we will take intermediate vertices 1, 2, 3 and 4. So since I have 4 vertices in that graph, this is going to be a 4 by 4 matrix. If it had 3 vertices, it would be 3 by 3 matrix. Alright. So how to calculate the shortest path? So this is the formula or the rule. In Warshall's algorithm also we had a certain formula or a rule. So similarly we have a formula or a rule. So this is called as the distance matrix, or you can take it as T, or you can call it anything. So D of K of Ij, this is called as the distance matrix or cost matrix. A minimum of, so how we did, the first matrix was derived from the from the adjacency matrix. matrix 2 was derived from matrix 1, matrix 3 was derived from matrix 2, and 4 was derived from 3. So we are going to do it in the same fashion. We are going to do it here in the same fashion. So this is the formula for calculating the shortest path between all pair of vertices. So we'll first solve that and we'll then apply this. We'll solve it according to this formula. Okay. So I'll just write down, I'll just draw that graph which is present. Okay. So this is my cost matrix. I'm going to call it A0. You can call it D0, not a problem. A0. It's going to be a 4 by 4 matrix. Since there are 4 vertices, so it will be a 4 by 4 matrix. So I'll just write down the costs. So wherever there is an edge, I am writing the cost associated with that edge, and wherever there are no edges, I have written infinity, and for self loops it will be 0. Alright. So using this cost matrix, I am going to calculate the first matrix. I am going to call it A1. I am going to call it A1. So A1 will be derived from A0. Alright. So I'm going to write the diagonal elements as they are. They are going to remain the same. They will not change. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and 4 to 4 will remain 0. Will remain 0. Now I'm going to take the first vertex or vertex number 1 as the intermediate vertex. So write those elements as they are. Write those elements as they are. So I'm going to find out the shortest pair or the shortest path for those remaining pair of vertices. Let's see. 2 to 3. So I'll apply that formula. 2 to 3. So A of 0, 2 to 3. So I'm going to calculate the minimum. Minimum of these two. 2 to 3. A of 0. Now I'm going to insert 1 in between 2 and 3. Why? Because 1 is the intermediate vertex. 1 is the intermediate vertex. So I'm going to insert 1 in between these two. So it's going to be 2 to 1 plus A of 0, 1 to 3. According to this formula. See, minimum of A0, or you can call it D0. It's left to you. A0 and A0 2 comma 1, A0 1 comma 3. So this is going to be my I and J. This is my IJ. This is IK, and this is KJ. So K is going to be my intermediate vertex. So in this case it is 1. So let's see which one is minimum. In A0, what is the value of 2 to 3? 2 to 3 is infinity. So infinity, and this side 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is 2 plus 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is infinity. 1 to 3 is infinity. So this one is greater. Sorry. 1 to 3 is infinity. So this is smaller. This is smaller. So I'm going to just write down infinity over here. I'm going to write down infinity over here. 2 plus infinity is greater than this infinity. So that is why I'm going to calculate the minimum of these two. So it is infinity. Alright, next. 2 to 4. 2 to 1 is 2 and 1 to 3. Okay, this is correct. Fine. So next pair of vertices. Next pair of vertices. Let's see. Which one is that? 2 to 4. So this will change 2 to 4. So in between I'm going to add 1 over here because 1 is the intermediate vertex. So instead of 3 it is going to be 4. So let's see. 2 to 4. What is 2 to 4? It is 4. And then 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is 2 plus 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is 5. So this is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 4 is less than 7. I'm going to choose the minimum of these. So which one is lesser? 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4. So I'm going to write 4 over here. I'll be writing 4 over here. Next. Which one is left? 3 to 2. So this is going to be 3 to 2. Intermediate vertex is 1. So it will be 3 to 1 and 1 to 2. 3 to 1 and 1 to 2. What is 3 to 2? A0 of 3 to 3 to is 1. 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is infinity plus 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3. So obviously 1 is less than infinity plus 3. So this is so 1 is lesser. So I'm going to write here 1. I'm going to write here 1. Next, 3 to 4. 3 to 4. So it is be 3 to 1 and 1 to 4. I'm going to insert 1 in between these two intermediate vertex. So let's find out. 3 to 4. What is 3 to 4? Infinity. What is 3 to 1? 3 to 1 is infinity. And 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 4 is 5. So this is less. I'm going to keep it as infinity. I'll keep it as infinity. Next, 4 to 2. Next pair of vertex is 4 to 2. So intermediate is 1. So it will be 4 to 1 and 1 to 2. 4 to 1 and 1 to 2. What is 4 to 2? 4 to 2 is infinity. 4 to 1. What is 4 to 1? Again infinity plus 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3. So this is less. I'll write it as infinity. Next, which one is remaining? 4 to 3. So 4 to 3. So it will be 4 to 1 and 1 to 3. What is 4 to 3 in A0? 4 to 3 is 2. 4 to 1. What is 4 to 1? Infinity. Plus 1 to 3 is infinity. So this is less. I'm going to write here 2. I'm going to write here 2. So this is A1. This is the A1 matrix that we have got. So using A1, I'm going to go to A2, A3 and A4. So I'm going to derive 4 matrices. Since I have 4 vertices, 4 matrices will be derived. So I'll derive the matrix A2 using A1. A2 using A1. So keep the diagonals same as 0. Since there are no self loops, it is going to be 0. Next, second vertex is going to be intermediate. So freeze the second row and second column. Second row and second column. Write those elements as they are. Don't change them. Infinity. So this is 2, 0, infinity and 4. Let's find the shortest path among the remaining vertices. First one is 1 and 3. So A1, 1 and 3. And I'm going to calculate minimum. And A1. So I'm going to insert 2 is the intermediate vertex. So between 1 and 3, I'm going to insert 2. So it is going to be 1 to 2 plus A1, 2 to 3. So in A1, what is 1 to 3? 1 to 3 is infinity. 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3 plus 2 to 3 is infinity. So this is less. I'm going to write infinity over here. I'm going to write infinity over here. Next, one to 4. A1, 1 to 4. Intermediate vertex is 2. So it is going to be A1, 1 to 2 plus A1, 2 to 4. So 1 to 4. What is 1 to 4? 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3 plus 2 to 4 is 4. 2 to 4 is 4. So this is 7 and this is 5. So 5 is less than 7. I'm going to write here 5. I'm going to write here 5. Next, 3 to 1. Let's find out about 3 to 1. So A1, 3 to 1, intermediate vertex is 2. So it is 3 to 2 plus A1 of 2 to 1. So what is the minimum of this? I'm going to find the minimum of this. 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is infinity. 3 to 2 is 1 plus 2 to 1 is 2. So this is lesser, so 3. So wherever here it is 3. So 3 to 1 is going to be 3. Next one. 3 to 4. Minimum of A1, 3 to 4 and A1, 2 is the intermediate vertex. So 3 to 2 plus 2 to 4. 3 to 2 and 2 to 4. What is 3 to 4 here? 3 to 4 is infinity. 3 to 2. 3 to 2 is 1 plus 2 to 4 is 4. So obviously this is lesser, 5. So 3 to 4 I'm going to write 5. Next, 4 to 1. So here it is going to be 4 to 1. 2 is the intermediate vertex. So 4 to 2 and 2 to 1. In A1, 4 to 1. 4 to 1 is infinity, comma, 4 to 2. What is 4 to 2? Infinity again, plus 2 to 1 is 2. So it is infinity. It is just infinity. Next, which one is remaining? 4 to 3. So 4 to 3, 4 to 2 and 2 to 3. Next, 4 to 3. What is 4 to 3 here? 2, comma, 4 to 2. 4 to 2 is infinity plus 2 to 3 is infinity. So this is lesser. I'm going to write here 2. So I have derived A2 matrix. Now we'll go to A3. A3 will be derived from A2. So let me just erase all of this. So intermediate vertex is going to be 3 now. So freeze the third row and third column. Freeze the third row and third column. So it is going to be, write the diagonals as they are, no self loops, and also the third row and third column elements. So infinity, infinity 0 and 2, 3 1 0 5, 3 1 0 5. Let's see, 1 to 2. So A3, 1 to 2. So minimum of A3 1 to 2 or A3, intermediate vertex is 3. So it is 1 to 3 plus 3 to 2. So in between these 1 and 2 I have inserted 3 over here. This is I, J, this is I, K and Kj according to the formula. Alright, in A3 what is 1 to 2? A2, sorry, not A3, it is A2. In A2 what is 1 to 2? 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3, what is 1 to 3? Infinity. Plus 3 to 2, 3 to 2 is 1. So this is lesser. So in 1 to 2 I am going to write 3. I'm going to write 3. Yes. Next one. Next is 1 to 4. So this is 4, 3 is the intermediate vertex. So 1 to 3 and 3 to 4. What is 1 to 4? 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is 2 plus 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is 5. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 less than 7. So I'm going to choose 5. So inside 1 to 4, I'm going to write 5. I'm going to write 5. Next, 2 to 1. So this will be 2 comma 1. This is going to be 2 to 3 and 3 to 1. So minimum A2, 2 to 1. What is A2, 2 to 1? 2, 2 to 3. 2 to 3 is infinity and 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is 3. So obviously this is lesser. So 2 to 1, I'm going to write 2. 2 to 1, I'll write 2. Next, 2 to 1 is done. What is left? 2 to 4. 2 to 4, intermediate is 3. So 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. What is 2 to 4? 2 to 4 is 4. 2 to 3. 2 to 3 is infinity plus 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is 5. So obviously this is less. Obviously this one is less. What is 2 to 4? So inside 2 to 4, I'm going to write 4. Next, 2 to 4 is done. 4 to 1. 4 to 1. Intermediate vertex is 3. So it will be 4 to 3 and 3 to 1. What is 4 to 1? 4 to 1 is infinity. 4 to 3 is 2 plus 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is 3. So this is less. 5 is less than infinity. So in 4 to 1, I'm going to write 5. From 4 to 1, I'll write 5. Next is 4 to 2. 4 to 2. So it is 4 to 3 and 3 to 2. What is 4 to 2? 4 to 2 is infinity. 4 to 3. 4 to 3 is 2 and 3 to 2 is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. This is less. So in 4 to 2, I'm going to write 3. I'm going to write 3. So this is how you calculate shortest path between all pairs of vertices. So there's one more matrix remaining, that is called as A4, which I'll be deriving from A3. Let's see how to do that using the same formula. Right. So now the intermediate vertex is going to be 4. So freeze the 4th row and 4th column. Retain all the zeros of the diagonal elements and also retain these 5, 4, 5, 0 and 5, 3, 2, 0. We'll find out for the remaining. First one is 1 to 2. So it is going to be A3, 1 to 2. I'm going to find the minimum. A3, 1 to 2. Intermediate is 4. So it is going to be A3. Inside 1 and 2, I'm going to insert 4. So it will be 1 to 4 plus 4 to 2. 1 to 4 and 4 to 2. So this is I, J, this is I, K, and this is K and J. K and J. Let's see. A3, 1 to 2. What is A3, 1 to 2? It is 3. And 1 to 4 is 5. 4 to 2 is 3. So 3 is less than 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 is less. So 1 to 2, I'm going to insert 3. I'm going to insert 3. Next is 1 to 3. So 1 to 3. So 1 to 4 and 4 to 3. In A3, what is the value of 1 to 3? 1 to 3 is infinity. Next, 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is 5 and 4 to 3. 4 to 3 is 2. So this is less. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 7 is less than infinity. So here in 1 to 3, I'm going to add, or I'm going to write 7. Next, 2 to 1. Next one is 2 to 1. Intermediate vertex is 4, so it will be 2 to 4 and 4 to 1. 2 to 4 and 4 to 1. What is 2 to 1 in A3? 2 to 1 is 2. 2 to 4. 2 to 4 is 4. 4 to 1 is 5. So 2 is less than 4 plus 5. This is 9. So 2 is less than 9. So 2 to 1, I'm going to write 2. Next, 2 to 3. 2 to 3. So it is 2 to 4 and 4 to 3. 2 to 4 and 4 to 3. 2 to 3. What is 2 to 3? Infinity. 2 to 4. 2 to 4 is 4 plus 4 to 3. 4 to 3 is 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 is less than infinity. So in A4, 2 to 3. In A4, 2 to 3, I'm going to write 6. 6. Which is the next one? 3 to 1. 3 to 1. So intermediate vertex is 4. So it is going to be 3 to 4 and 4 to 1. 3 to 4 and 4 to 1. In A3, what is 3 to 1? 3 to 1 is 3. What is 3 to 4? 3 to 4 is 5. Plus 4 to 1 is 5. So 5 plus 5, 10. 3 is less than 10. So in this matrix A4, in 3, 1, I'm going to write 3. Next is 3, 2. So 3, 4 and 4, 2. What is 3 to 2? 3 to 2 is 1. 3 to 4 is 5. Plus 4 to 2 is 3. 5 plus 3, 8. 1 less than 8. So here I'm going to write 1. So I have derived all the values. So this matrix A4, this will give me shortest path from all the pair of vertices. This is going to give me the shortest path from all the pair of vertices. As you can see, those infinities are converted to costs. There is no infinity present over here. So all those infinity values have been converted to costs. So this is how you apply Floyd's algorithm to calculate the shortest path from all pairs of vertices. So you can take any directed graph as an example, apply that rule or formula and calculate this. If there are 3 vertices, then you will get matrices A1, A2 and A3, or you can call them D1, D2, D3, not a problem. If you have 4 vertices, you will get A1, A2, A3 and A4. So A2 will be derived from A1, or say A1 will be derived from A0. A0, it is your cost matrix. A1 will be derived from A0, A2 from A1, A3 from A2 and A4 from A3. Take an intermediate vertex and check if there is a shorter route from that intermediate vertex to reach any other vertex. So when you do that, at the final matrix, you will get the shortest path present. Fine. What about the program? What about the code? I'll just write the innermost for loop. The input is going to be the cost matrix. First, say enter the number of vertices, say 3 or 4. First step is going to be enter the number of vertices. Same applies for wall shells as well. Then the second will be enter cost matrix. Enter cost matrix. So it is going to be a 2-dimensional matrix with costs. In Warshall's algorithm, it is going to be adjacency matrix with 1s and 0s. After this, you have to write the mean logic. You have to write the mean. So to derive this matrix, to derive the last A4 matrix, I am making changes in a 2-dimensional matrix. So in order to generate a 2-dimensional matrix, I need 2 for loops. I need 2 for loops. So for I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, inside this another loop, j equals to 0, j less than n, and j plus plus, and j plus plus. I'm going to put that rule inside. So I'll say a of ij is equal to minimum of a of ik or a of ij comma a of I comma k plus a of k comma j, a of k comma j. So this modification is done in the same matrix, in the cost matrix itself. So I don't have A1, A2, A3 and A4, right? So in the same instance I'll be making those changes, right? So this is for generating the matrix A1, A2, A3 and A4. So this is for generating matrices from A1 to A4. Now what about this K? What about this intermediate vertex? For k equals to 0, k less than n, and k plus plus. So this matrix generation, this part is for generation of matrix. So this matrix generation will happen based on the intermediate vertex k. So when k becomes 1, the first matrix will generate. When the intermediate vertex is 2, the second will be generated. When it is 3, the third matrix. When it is 4, fourth matrix. Since there are 4 vertices, it will only go up to 4. It will only go up to 4. So this is the main logic that you have to apply. What you have to input is the cost matrix. Before that, you have to mention the number of vertices. Based on the number of vertices, you have to give an input for the cost matrix. And then this is the logic. Then after that, you can print this. When you print this, you will get the final matrix, which is going to give us the shortest path between all the pair of vertices. So this was about Floyd's. So you can take any other graph. I want you to calculate the cost adjacency matrix or the shortest path for this one. Take this as an exercise and calculate the shortest path between all the pair of vertices using Floyd's algorithm. I'll just draw it here. You can call them 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, whatever you want. So how many vertices are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is going to be a 5 by 5 matrix. Say 3, 4 and 5. Take care of the directions properly. It's a directed graph. This works for both directed and undirected graph. Sorry. So here. Okay, write the costs over here. 1, 3, 6. Then this is 2. This is 2. Then this is 13. This is 5. And I think one more is left. This is 6. This is 2. 1 to 3 is 2 and 5 to 2 is 6. 5 to 2 is 6. So take this graph as an input and calculate its cost, calculate the shortest path between all these pairs of vertices, right? So this was about Floyd's algorithm. In the next class, we will discuss another algorithm which uses dynamic programming and finds the optimal solution. Thank you very much.